How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of I'm Not a Cook with me, Aaron. We're going to be making guacamole fermentation style. We'll go over the equipment first. We're going to have a spice mill, a blender, 2 mason jars, a funnel, 2 coffee filters, 2 Ziploc bags, 2 jar lids, 1 citrus juicer, a scale, 2 limes, 4 avocados, cumin, coriander, Mexican oregano, all 1 teaspoon, 5 cloves of garlic, 3 jalapenos, a half cup of cilantro, 6 tomatillos, 4 dried serrano peppers, 1/2 white onion, and salt. Put your avocados aside. Unless you're going to do it fresh, then you can blend it all together. You might want to hold off on getting the avocados until 2 weeks when the fermentation is done. Step 1, we're going to start chopping up all of our ingredients to throw into our blender. Originally, I made this as like a Mexican style hot sauce, and then I realized that it reminded me a lot of like the taste of guacamole. So then I just threw some avocados in and a little extra salt and some lime juice, and boom, you got a fermented guacamole. I am keeping the seeds in. I like the texture and the extra heat. If you want like a lower heat, you can take the seeds out. If you were just doing this as a hot sauce, it would be fairly spicy. But when you throw it in with, avocados, it's pretty tame, at least for me. Alright, so we're just going to be using 5 for the blending. I'm going to add in 1 fresh one once we do our avocados. And I'm going to give this a quick little rinse and pat them down because they kind of have like a sticky feeling to them. And I don't want that in my sauce. Alright, so next up we are going to blend our spices. And if you don't have a spice mill, feel free to just throw them in whole. They'll soften up once they're fermenting. Alright, that's about the consistency you're looking for. Set the tare to 0 so that way whatever you throw in there, it's going to be just that weight. The reason we're doing this is because I'm going to use 5% salt. Alright, and you take your salt. Throw that in there. Just give that a mix. And at this point, I'm going to start throwing this into our jars, and this is why we got our funnel, because it can get very messy. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top, because when it ferments, it has a tendency to get these gets these bubbles, and it'll rise up and push liquid out, and it can also mess up your bags. This is where the Ziploc bags and the coffee filters and all this. So you do this to try to keep as little air getting in contact with your hot sauce, or in this case, kind of like a salsa type deal. Any kind of fermentation, air is going to be your enemy. And here we put the coffee filters on because you're going to want the CO2 coming out. So if you have a top on it, it can explode. So don't do that. Alright, and from here you can just let that sit for 2 weeks. You can do it for 1 week. It's just preference. Hot sauce is fun and magic. Time skip. Oh, what? It's done! And from here, this is pretty much all you're going to need is this is kind of like your secret sauce that you add to it, and then you can add a little bit of salt to it or lime. I like to add 1 tomatillo to it just to give it a little bit of a crunch. You can do fresh tomatoes if you want. So I'm just going to do this like tablespoon at a time.
Would you say this is the melee part of guacamole?
Yeah, this is where you take out all your frustrations. So 2 tablespoons, I think, will do it. We are going to add just a pinch of salt. Then you just garnish with cilantro. There you have it. Guacamelee, fermented guacamole. Just serve with chips, or you can have it as like a topping on some tacos.
How does it taste?
Tastes good. It's a little funky. It's something different. I didn't have any complaints from my D&D friends when I served it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out Battle and Brew in Sandy Springs off of Roswell Road. And catch you later.